Hello Wildcats, I'm Mason Kilberg.
I'm Jacob Lovell.
And I'm Evan Berger.
In today's episode, we have a lot to cover.
We'll dive into how our Wildcats are performing in the jungle for athletics.
And we'll check out a new episode of Bombs with Belky.
We'll also see an old face as KB indulges in some delicious new cuisine. Without further ado, let's dive into it.
Welcome to the Wildcat Rewind.
I'm KB. Welcome to KB's Cuisine. Today I'm with track athlete
Muscle Mud.
And today we will be eating a Uncrustable. I like my Uncrustables a little more. I like when I toast mine, but I can eat them cold too. It's just whatever. Like what room, and I like them room temperature too. V, how do you like your Uncrustables?
Just like this?
That's good.
Yeah.
So V, what do you do in track? Are you a sprinter, long jumper, thrower?
Right now, I just do sprints 100, 200, and sometimes a 400.
Okay, sounds good. So V, we are deep into the track season. How are you doing and how do you feel?
I feel like I started out a little rough, but right now, I feel like I've been progressing a lot. You know, the program, like the whole track program, I feel like it's just really improving me a lot.
Sounds good. So V, how do you think the whole team's track performance has been this whole season?
I think it's been pretty good. You know, coaches are doing a great job. The whole program, the whole training, all of that is just great for improving overall performance.
Sounds good. Let's try this. I already took a bite, got a little hungry. Let's try it. Oh, that's a good Uncrustable.
It's pretty good.
I like it a lot.
On Thursday, April 30th, the boys lacrosse team stayed at home for a senior night against the Pulaski Red Raiders. The boys were dominant from start to finish, and the United sent the Red Raiders fleeing on horseback back to Pulaski, winning 18-3. The following day, on May 1st, the United traveled to De Pere for a conference matchup to take on the Ghost Birds. The United jumped out to a 4-1 lead at halftime, but De Pere found a way to claw back in, tying the game at 6-6. Jalen Kempfer answered the call for the United, and in the remaining seconds, put one past the goalie to win the game 7-6. The United look to take on a hard schedule next week with 3 games in a row on the 7th, 8th, and 9th. From the stick to the bat, let's hit a pop fly over to softball.
For softball, the team planned to travel up to Green Bay for an away match against Green Bay Preble on May 1st. However, the match got canceled. Then, on Monday, May 4th, they traveled to Stevens Point to take on the Stevens Point Panthers. The Wildcats jumped up to a quick 2-0 lead, but sadly later on ended up losing 9-7. Leela Lipinski added another bomb to her home run total for the season. The Wildcats are looking forward to the matches against Fond du Lac on May 7th and Appleton North on May 8th. Now let's switch it over and see how the boys are doing.
On Tuesday, April 28th, the Wildcats baseball team took on the Hortonville Polar Bears at home. They fought a challenging battle, but ultimately lost 7-0, despite hits from seniors Madden Mercado and Caleb Lee. Junior Cade Heyman took the mound for the Wildcats, pitching 4 2/3 and recording 6 strikeouts. On Thursday, April 30th, the Wildcats faced city rival Oshkosh North at home. Senior Caleb Lee stayed hot, tallying 2 hits on the night, while senior Gabe Balcom scored the winning run for the Wildcats. On the mound, senior Avery Maslowski dominated the Spartans, pitching 6 2/3 of a one-hit baseball game and racking up 11 strikeouts. For the Wildcats to win 1-0 against the Spartans, IT had a chance to meet up with baseball player Madden Mercado. Let's check in with him.
Hi, Wildcats. I'm Tyrion Belky. We're back with another Bombs with Belky segment. Who do we have here?
Madden Mercado.
All right, Madden. So I just got a few questions for you. So, what are 3 words that you would use to describe yourself as a baseball player?
As a baseball player, I think I'm pretty flexible. You know, you can put me anywhere. I'll do anything, you know, do a decent job. Pretty reliable. I feel like when I get on that mound, you know, I'm going to throw strikes, you know. And pretty happy, you know. I'm a happy guy in the dugout. Keep everybody smiling.
All right, perfect. When you step in the field, what is something that, ignites that switch into you that, makes you turn into a different person on the baseball field?
Right when we warm up, you know, I'm just locked in, ready to hit the ball hard, make good plays.
All right. Baseball is like a game of ups and downs. What would you say makes you stay consistent through it? Through a bad hitting slump, or if you're out there pitching on the mound and someone takes you yard, what gets you back mentally?
You gotta have a short memory when you're playing baseball, right? Gonna have bad plate appearances, gonna have bad times on the mound, but you just gotta forget about it and go on to the next play, right?
Perfect.
Just keep it lower.
Almost killed his girlfriend in the process. That one, folks, that one went yard. I just got some more questions for you.
All right.
If you were mic'd up for a game, what would we hear on the field?
You hear a lot of laughing, you know, I go out there to have a good time. Probably a couple swear words when bad stuff happens, and maybe a couple song lyrics, you know.
What's your song of choice?
It changes every game, you know, like just random stuff will come to my head. Can't really think of one right now, sorry.
All right, at the end of the day, what is something about like your game in baseball that you want people to respect? Like when you go out there and you show what you have, what is something that you're most proud of when you go out there?
I'm most proud on my most proud that I can throw strikes, you know. Don't throw the hardest on the team, don't have the best curveball, but I'll go out there, throw strikes, see what happens.
Is that a little stray I'm catching for a little bit of your teammates or what?
No, it's more of a pick 'em up because they throw harder than me, so.
All right, perfect. Let's get some more swings.
Your turn.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a bomb. All right, Madden, besides like beyond stats, what is something that is like, I would say, important to you?
It's important to be a team player, right? Baseball is a game of teams, right? So just pick your guys up.
All right, and also like building off of that, what is success beyond the stats look like to you?
There's no stats in a winning game, right? Batting averages don't matter as long as you get the win.
I like that mentality. All right, Madden, let's talk some sunflower seeds here.
Right.
So, obviously, do they seem like a staple to your game?
Oh yeah, I'm always eating sunflower seeds. Always.
All right, what ones you grabbing? Are you going to that OG original or?
Absolutely not. OG is the worst flavor you could do. The smacking sunflower seeds, the new brand, pretty popular. Their Churro seed has been the one of the year.
All
Gone
right.
through a lot of bags of those.
Nice. If you had to rank your top three, you having that churro at the top. What comes after that? Do you think at that 2 and 3 spot?
All right, at 3 we're gonna have any dill pickle. I'm a dill pickle guy, and at 2 probably just the Taco Bell. You know that I've had a lot of bags of those in my life.
Nice. The real batter is stepping into the ring again. Damn, I suck. Heads up. It's been bombs with Belky. Happens every time.
The boys' tennis team began the week off against the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts on April 30th, where they took away a dominant victory 7-0. The following day, the team headed to Milwaukee for the Nicolay Sweet 16 invite against some tough opponents from across the state. The top 3 finishes from the boys were from Reed Potter and Gavin Steiner taking second in the 1 doubles flight, Isaiah Wilson and Jack Sullivan taking 10th in the 2 doubles flight, and Jacob Lemke and Colin Smith taking 11th in the 3 doubles flight. With other tough matches and strong finishes from the cast of the team, way to go, boys. Now let's keep the ball rolling and check out what happened this week with boys golf.
On Friday, April 24th, the boys golf team had an 18-hole invite at Washira Country Club in Watoma. The team took 8th place out of 14 teams in the meet. The boys jumped right back into action on Monday, April 27th, where they took on the Hortonville Polar Bears in a home meet at the Oshkosh Country Club. The Wildcats fell short and lost 170 to 190, but hoped to bounce back. The next day, on Tuesday, April 28th, the Wildcats battled Kimberly at High Cliff Golf Course in Kimberly, losing 147 to 173. Once again, the boys had no time to hang their heads as they would compete in the City Invite the next day, on Wednesday, April 29th. The team finished second, ahead of Oshkosh North, but fell 1 stroke short of Lord's Academy. Sophomore Lincoln Houle led the Wildcats with an impressive 74, 4 over par. Getting back into the swing of things, the Wildcats picked up their first conference win this year against the Appleton East Patriots, winning 165 to 171. Good job, boys. Now, let's run over to the girls' track team to see what they hold for us.
The Lady Wildcats track team took part in the Nina Rocket Invite on Friday, May 1st. In the 100-meter, junior Kiana Turner finished with a time of 12:65 and placed third. In the 200-meter, Kylie Triebold finished with a time of 25:42, and in the 400-meter, Kylie Triebold had a time of 57:78. In the 800-meter, junior Abby Tersha had a time of 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Junior Haley Holler took part in that 3200 and ran at 11:44 and finished fourth. Just below her was sophomore Coraline Strebelinski with a time of 11:59. Nice job, girls. Let's switch our attention over to the boys.
Switching into boys' track. The boys' track team took part in the Nina Rocket Invite on Friday, May 1st. In the 100-meter dash, junior Dylan McDonald had a time of 11 flat, and senior Joey Ware finished with a time of 11.19. In the 400-meter, Joey Ware also finished with a time of 22.8, and junior Carson Chawinski finished with a time of 23.02. Senior Carter Crow took part in the mile and finished with a time of 4 minutes and 32 seconds. Sophomore Dominic Moore placed fourth in the 3200 with a time of 10 minutes and 7 seconds. The 4x100-meter relay team of Dylan McDonald, Joey Ware, Carson Chawinski, and freshman Carter Schmidt placed first. In the 4x200, the team of Dylan McDonald, Carson Chawinski, Noah Cardinal, and Carter Schmidt came in fourth. Let's hand the baton over to the soccer girls, and let's see what the season holds for them.
The girls' soccer team drove up to Appleton West to take on the Terrors on Tuesday, April 28th. The Wildcats took an early lead with a goal from freshman Brooklyn Kufel. The rest of the game was scoreless, ending in a 1-0 win for the girls. Later that week, the Wildcats headed north once again to take on the Bayport Pirates on Thursday, April 30th. The Wildcats weren't able to find the back of the net, and it resulted in a 1-0 loss. The Wildcats look to bounce back this week, taking on Nina, Fondy, and Plymouth, all in the span of 5 days. Good luck, ladies.
That's all we have for you today here at the Wildcat Rewind.
Thanks for tuning in.
Have a great day.
And
Go Wildcats!